Well, here we go again with another spoiler review. I mean, my storage is still at 12%, which I don't know why, so I'm just gonna do my spoiler reviews live this time. So, yeah. And for this spoiler review, episode 3 was good. I had to go into character. Alright. Let's get into the spoiler review, shall we? So, today's spoiler review is on Welcome to Derry, episode 3. So, if you haven't seen episode 3 yet, you better get off this live stream right now and then go watch episode 3, because this contains a bunch of spoilers. So, without further ado, let's get straight into the spoiler review, shall we? Okay, hold on. Okay. So, starting things off, we open at the scene to 1908, which is probably 50 years before season 1. I saw it, so I'm caught up. Okay. And episode 4 comes out tonight, so gotta do the spoiler review fast before it comes out. So, starting things off, the military person, General Shaw, he was actually in the at the circus carnival in 1908. And apparently he got a bit scared, and then he started going to this haunted maze thingy, I think, which kind of reminds me of the mirror maze from It Chapter 2, which I was like, deja vu to It Chapter 2 all over again. So yeah, then we see a cameo from the It director, Andy Muschietti himself. I was like, oh my lord, he's back! He's back! Hi. Hello, I don't know. So, yeah, we didn't get introduced to this creepy monster called the Skeleton Man, which I seen in one of the pictures of the Funko Pops that they made for this show. And honestly, it was really terrifying. Hi. Hello, Sydney. Welcome to the spoiler review. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing my spoiler review for episode 3, just to get ready for episode 4 for tonight. So, next up, we see that his father won him a slingshot, which is kind of nice. Kind of reminds me of Angry Birds, you know, like when you launch the birds into the slingshot. Hi, Shark Gamer. Welcome to the spoiler review. So, they were gonna head home until their car broke down and they had to get water. But he didn't have enough money, so they traded him the slingshot for the water. Which, I don't know why they would do that, but good thing in the 80s. If you don't have enough money, trade them for something special. So yeah, then Shaw and the other girl, which I forgot her name, they then start playing together until they end up in a woods where they reunite with the Skeleton Man. Shaw was very scared of what he was witnessing. Like, he was running, and just as the Skeleton Man was chasing him, he was crawling like a spider, like no, like where his mouth was all jawed up, you know, of sharp teeth, until his friend obviously saves him, which was kind of a good flashback scene. Like, hey, at least we're learning more of the backstory of Pennywise, though. Not gonna lie. So, we then cut to present day, where apparently Ronnie is still upset with Lily about getting her dad arrested back in episode 2. And Lily is like, I know you're mad at me, but I know how to defeat it. We can at least tell them that we're not crazy. As she pulls up a camera, telling her that they need proof in order to get out of this craziness. That's when they get help from Rich and Will to join them on this mission. which is kind of sorry, excuse me, pretty interesting. Like, they were having lunch at a restaurant, but that is until Ronnie and Lily interrupted their lunchtime and decided to ask them for help, which kind of makes sense because. So did you see what I commented? Yeah, but I'm waiting until my storage is back and going so that we can get back to work on it. All right, so then the next part we open up to is, of course, no, where, no, what the, I'm just trying to get to the part that I know of episode 3. So yeah, then we then cut to Leroy Shaw, not Leroy, Leroy Hamlin, Mike Hamlin's grandfather. That they go with Dick Halloran from The Shining. If you are aware of that character, you know exactly who I'm talking about. That made his debut in the show. So what's happening is that they're on the roll on trying to find Pennywise in a helicopter, which I was like, what's a helicopter going to do to Pennywise? He can literally be anywhere underground. But that's until Dick Halloran opens the box, and guess what's in it? The slingshot that General Shaw had when he was a kid. So then we then zoom in to Dick Halloran in Pennywise's lair as he gets an hallucination of meeting Pennywise. Like, Pennywise starts opening his wagon, which we actually see, and Pennywise was like, who are you? Why are you here? And then Dick Halloran starts seeing a bunch of weird stuff in his visions, like during the war and stuff. And then he starts seeing all the missing people floating in the air. And then we see that he sees either his grandma or sister up in the air as it starts chasing after them. And after that PTSD, he then starts waking up from the vision, and then General Shaw has a word with him about it. And of course, Dick Halloran is like, I saw it. I saw that thing. I think it wants us to leave him alone. Like, it wasn't supposed to wake up yet. So, like, what they're trying to say is that Pennywise wasn't supposed to wake up yet. Like, it hasn't been 27 years yet. So, like, he wasn't supposed to wake up at that time. So, like, then he woke up a bit too early, I think. For, like, 26 years to, like, towards 27. Because it hasn't been 27 years yet. So, like, then Pennywise is, like, letting the military know to just please leave me alone. I just want to do whatever I want to do. Just leave me alone. But, of course, General Shaw's like, I don't know. We're just going to go after it instead. Like, seriously, the Eater of Worlds is just asking y'all to just politely to leave it alone. And you're still going to go after it? I mean, we know Ronnie and Lily are onto it. But then Rich comes up with an... And then we cut to one of the kids that are in the... I think that water tank building, that Maddie was in. And then Rich has an idea on how to catch it. And it's by performing some sort of ritual, which kind of relates to the ritual of Chud from It Chapter 2. So, like, they light up candles in a graveyard to try to draw it in. And this is when things starts to get very crazy. Is that once it starts to come true, the ground starts rumbling like an earthquake as it starts cracking open some orange lights, which kind of, I think, refers to the dead lights. I don't know. So then, we then witness the ghosts of Phil, Teddy, and of course Lily attacking them. So, like, the ghosts of the 3 kids from episode 2 and 1 have officially became ghosts, meaning they actually died from Pennywise. But there's one character we didn't see's ghost, is of course Maddie. Like, where's Maddie? Like, is he fully eaten by Pennywise, or is he hiding somewhere? Like, where is he? those other 2 episodes. Like, where is he? Where's his monstrous form? So yeah, then we see that Will starts hallucinating as well, and then ends up near some sort of house near the graveyard. And that's when some sort of shadowy thing starts walking around it. And Will's like, what the heck is that? I'm gonna have to go back in there and see what's going on. And that is when it got me more hyped, because we see Pennywise's arm lean on the wall. Like, oh my lord, Pennywise is almost here. We just gotta wait a couple more episodes for him to show up. So, like, yeah, Pennywise almost makes his debut. We only got to see his arm, his hand. Like, we don't get to see his full look. What's that for you? What's on your forehead? Oh, it's my Pennywise wig. It's my Pennywise wig from Halloween. So, yeah. And then, of course, they got the photos, and Will managed to get out of there alive with the rest of them. So then they sneak into a school to try to thaw out one of the pictures. Which honestly makes sense, because if they need evidence to try to, get everything settled, to try to tell people the truth, they have to get evidence on what they saw. Hey everyone, hello. Andweb Emerald. So then they start thawing out one of the pictures in the school. I think it's a science lab, where they, try to thaw out pictures, but maybe. But that is when the evidence starts coming, until one Easter egg hints what could happen in the next few episodes. And that is Pennywise's shadow. Of course, Pennywise's shadow appears in one of the pictures. Like, oh my lord, we're almost there to see him. Like, we don't get a full look at him, we only see his shadow. Like, we don't get a clear look at him. So yeah. And that's all I remembered. That is my spoiler review for episode 3 of Welcome to Derry. So, episode 4 comes out tonight, and I'm gonna be sure to check it out. How's it going, dude? Oh, it's going good. Like, episode 4 of Welcome to Derry is coming out tonight, and I just decided to get episode 3 spoiler review knocked out already. Like, I'm doing my spoiler reviews live this time because my storage is taking up too much space. So yeah, that is my spoiler review for episode 3 of Welcome to Derry. And I can't wait to watch episode 4 tonight. So, you know the drill. Make sure to like your vids. Thank you, Andrew. So, you know the drill, people. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed my videos. And as foremost, hopefully, if my storage goes pretty well, I can go back to making my Lion King crossover videos. So yeah, this is so I'm Titanus Fully. Subscribe if you like Pennywise and Lion King and all the other stuff that I like to do with one of my favorite characters. And as foremost, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. This is a short live stream because I don't want to waste too much of my storage. So, thank you for watching, and see you guys in the next spoiler live stream.